I got my Starlink Mini today, and I'm just going to unbox it to show you what it is. So you pull this off, and you pull this off, and this off, and then here we have it. Here's the Starlink Mini. Here's the pole mount. Here's the power adapter that you plug into your wall outlet. And here's the just under 50 feet of power cord. And then here's the instructions. So I am going to be mounting this in my Unity. Primarily, I think I'm going to end up trying just to use it out of my skylight. But I'm also going to make an installation for my home so I can share it at home or in the RV, take it with me. I mean, to me that's the beauty of this little Starlink Mini, is it's completely portable. So I just wanted to show you my unboxing of it, and I will get on with my installation. Okay, I want to remove this so I can use my pole adapter, because I'm going to use a pole here at my house. So what you do is you pull on each side to get it to pop out. Comes out. And then this, and this just I've got to put my power adapter in. But anyway, this just pushes in once I put my power cord in. So I wanted to show that. Now make sure you get the power cord pushed in fully. You can see it's flat in. And the other, it looked like this before I pushed it in. So you can see that I have it pushed totally in. This is for an RJ45 connector if you were going to hook up like a router, like a Peplink or something like that, which I'm not going to use. And then now I have this run, you know, in that hole. And so now I can just snap this in place. Oh, I have to push it way in. Right there, I have to push all that in. So I'm just going to take two hands. So I will do that. It takes a hard push to get it all the way up there. And you have to make sure that your cord doesn't get caught in this tight space down here. You want your cord to be, you know, free, not pinched or anything. So now I'm going to get on with my installation. Okay, I made this pole out of a piece of half-inch well, actually I had this piece of half-inch PVC pipe from sprinkler systems, and I've added a series of adapters so I could extend it. And then of course I put a 3/4 inch adapter so I can tighten it down on the in the Starlink pole holder. As you can see, there's not much thread left to tighten, but a 3/4 inch is good. Half inch won't work, but a 3/4 inch is big enough. And I'm actually sticking my Starlink in one of my shrubs close to the house, but that still has a clear line of sight. So I'm just going to stick it down in a shrub. So there's my Starlink in my front yard. Okay, this is another test I've moved the Starlink a little closer to the house and a little bit more centered to my front door. So now I'm going to see how this works for obstructions and speed. And I think this installation is going to be less visible within my landscaping. I just wanted to capture what I did for a final stand on this. I used some, I gotta get the sun. I used some 3/4 inch PVC. This is a schedule 80. I just had it in my garage, but it's 3/4 of an inch, and I painted the white 3/4 inch fittings black just to hide it a little bit more. And I have a 3/4 inch fitting up here on the top where the Starlink pole mount locks onto it. And then to hold it in the ground, I pounded in a piece of rebar that I happen to have, and only a 3/4 inch piece of this PVC pipe would fit over the diameter of rebar that I had, and it's about 2 feet long, so I pounded it into the ground, and it's probably about this tall inside the pipe. So I screwed in a screw to lock it so I could lock it in place on that piece of rebar. So now this pipe doesn't move, and it's all very secure. And as I said, I've got it, the pole mount tightens very nicely into a piece of 3/4 inch coupler fitting. So this makes a very sturdy installation, but still, not obvious. I mean, the Starlink itself is white, so of course that stands out. But then at least the stand that I'm using isn't going to be so obvious against the backdrop of the rest of my landscaping. So this is done as far as my house mount. And as I said before, I just ran the cord up around on my steps, and then I've got it plugged in. You can't really see it, but it's plugged into an outlet underneath that metal chair. So I'm going to redo that, the cord and everything, probably buy a shorter cord instead of the 50-foot cord, because I don't really need all that, and make that, a more permanent installation. So then when I want to take this with me in the RV, all I need to do is loosen that thumb screw and lift it right off, and then I just wrap up the cord and take it with me. Or in the future, I may just pull the cord out and leave, the cord here and have something different in the RV. I haven't figured that out yet, but this is a start, just to make sure that I could truly use this at my house with no problems, and I can. So next I'll turn to the installation I'm going to use in my Unity. The Starlink mini dish router isn't as powerful over distance as the other Starlink dishes, so having it as close to the point of use is important. I used the speed test app by Ookla to compare testing information with the Starlink app. The speed test app gives you a lot more information and is supposed to be more accurate. To put these results into perspective, it is said that at 5G, speeds of 100 megabits per second or greater for download speed from device to Starlink, and greater than 10 megabits per second for upload speed from the Starlink to the internet, is very good for most everything you want to do with Wi-Fi. As you can see, my Verizon upload speed to the internet is very poor. I've got 71% signal strength and coverage in my house. And this is the area that we use the internet the most. In the location I've selected, the Starlink has unobstructed view of the sky and has the best opportunity to work. I've already reduced my Verizon bill by $100, so I could shift that cost over to pay for the Starlink subscription. So we're getting better service with Starlink now.